Hey everyone, it's Hamdia. We spend so much of our lives online these days. We share our thoughts, our dreams, our cat videos. It's amazing. But have you ever stopped to think about the impact all of this has on our mental health? Because here's the thing, understanding and managing your digital identity isn't just about crafting the perfect tweet. It's about safeguarding your well-being in a world that's increasingly digital. We're talking about real-life emotions here. Stress, anxiety, even FOMO, all because of what we see and experience online. And the truth is, it can be a lot to handle. But don't worry, that's what we're here to talk about today. In this video, we're going deep into the wild world of digital identity and mental health. I'm going to share some practical tips and strategies to help you navigate this complex landscape and find a sense of balance and peace online. Let's do this. Okay, so let's talk about stress and anxiety. Because let's be real, the internet can be a stressful place. Think about it. Cyberbullying, identity theft, even just that awkward moment when you accidentally post something embarrassing. These things can happen to anyone. And when they do, they can trigger some serious anxiety. It's like this constant pressure to present the perfect image online. And that pressure can be incredibly overwhelming. Here's another thing that's kind of freaky. When you don't actively manage your digital identity, you're basically letting other people define who you are online. Think about it. Every comment, every photo you're tagged in, every forum post, it all contributes to this online persona that may or may not actually reflect who you are. And that can be a really powerless feeling, like you're losing control of your own story. Let's talk about social media for a second. It can be amazing for connecting with people. But it can also be a breeding ground for comparison and self-doubt. We scroll through our feeds and see these perfectly curated lives, perfect vacations, perfect bodies, perfect everything, and it's easy to start feeling like we don't measure up. And that, my friends, is a recipe for low self-esteem and a whole lot of unhappiness. Chapter 4, Professional and Personal Consequences. Here's the thing, your digital footprint matters. It's not just some abstract concept. It can have real-world consequences. Think about it. Potential employers often check social media profiles before hiring someone. Your online presence can influence job opportunities, relationships, even your reputation. And that's a lot of pressure, right? It's like this constant awareness that anything you post online could come back to haunt you later. Chapter 5, Practice Mindfulness and Self-Awareness online. So how do we deal with all of this? Well, it starts with mindfulness. Before you hit that post button, take a breath. Ask yourself, does this represent who I am? Am I comfortable with this being out there in the digital world? It's about being intentional with what you share and how you present yourself online. Chapter 6, Regularly Audit Your Digital Footprint. Think of this as spring cleaning for your online life. Every few months, take some time to review your social media profiles, your privacy settings, all of it. Are there any old posts you'd rather forget? Delete them. Photos you're no longer comfortable with, untag yourself. It's about taking control of your narrative and making sure it aligns with who you are today. Chapter 7. Limit social media consumption. Here's the truth. Too much social media can be toxic. It's like anything else. Too much of it can be a bad thing. So set some boundaries. Maybe designate specific times to check your accounts instead of constantly scrolling. There are even apps that can help you track and limit your screen time. Trust me, your mental health will thank you. Chapter 8. Educate yourself on digital privacy. Digital privacy is so important, but it can also feel kind of complicated, right? But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be. Take some time to learn about privacy settings on social media, about things like two-factor authentication. The more you know about protecting your data, the less anxious you'll feel about the risks of being online. Chapter 9. Seek support when needed. Look, if you're really struggling with all of this, if you're feeling overwhelmed by the digital world and its impact on your mental health, please reach out for help. Talk to a therapist, a counselor, someone you trust. There's no shame in asking for support, and it can make a world of difference. Chapter 10. Engage in digital detoxes. Sometimes you just need a break. And I'm not talking about a 5-minute break from scrolling. I'm talking about a full-on digital detox. Put down your phone, step away from the computer, and reconnect with yourself and the real world. Go for a walk, read a book, have a conversation with a real-life human being. You'll be amazed at how refreshing it can be. Outro: your digital well-being matters. So there you have it, a crash course in digital identity and mental health. It's a lot to think about, right? But remember, you're not alone in this. We're all navigating this crazy digital world together. By implementing these strategies, being mindful, setting boundaries, seeking support when you need it, you can take control of your digital life and protect your mental well-being. And that's what matters most, because at the end of the day, your mental health is more important than any like, share or follow account. Don't forget that. And as always, DFTBA.